Oh, can she use the link?
I don't know, but we're live.
Okay, we are here. I'm gonna put it on me for a sec, so that I can welcome everybody. Today is Wednesday, and it's our webinar day. Webinars on Wednesdays with Lavinia and Beth from, well, we're from all over the place on the internet. We're the Baby Wearing Mamas, we're Arawak Moms, and Lavinia has a Landonia Aruba, and I've rockyourpower.com. But we're two moms. One is really brainy,
How do I get back
knows a
on?
lot about oils, and
What?
then you've got
I don't know how to
me.
get back on.
You
We already
don't know that much.
Sorry.
So let me see. Or actually, I do know, but I mean, as from a user's perspective. Um, so Lavinia is gonna be sharing today a few tips on how to use essential oils. I will share as well because I've been using essential oils for 2 years. And Lavinia is an aromatherapist, and a herbologist, and a massage and a nurse, massage therapist. And we had a really fun experience this week, and that was someone really, really needed a blend, and um, they were on our island. So through the internet, they found Lavinia and me, and we were able to visit this person, Angie, um, Angela, all the way to her resort and bring her some deep relief. We made a blend similar to the relief blend from Young Living, which I love to personally use for my neck and shoulders. And Lavinia also made a salve. And for the first time in my life, I saw a salve being made with shea butter and with raw coconut oil. So Lavinia is also going to share a little bit about that way of using essential oils and creams and things like that. Um, I'm gonna give her the mic now, so I'll give a signal when you can listen in to her as she starts sharing. Welcome, Lavinia. Wait a second, I think you're still muted. How do I unmute? Okay, wait. Technology is so great, but sometimes it does not cooperate. Wait with us for a second. I need to. Lavinia, can you unmute yourself? Do you see a mute button on top of you? Ah, there you go. Okay, so
Hey.
welcome, Lavinia. You can finally speak. Permission to speak. No joke. So, so, how was your week?
It was fun. We did a lot of stuff today. And yesterday was a very interesting experience, like you mentioned. It's the first time I got called like out of the blue by somebody I don't know. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, right. So that's something that the Young Living, or yeah, being in business in general on your own really does for you. So today we're going to talk about how to use essential oils. And now, um, we both know a few things, but have you ever considered whether there are several misconceptions about essential oils that people have? I think last time we talked about that most people think it's only for aromatherapy. What are the other ways that we can use essential oils?
Other ways that we can use essential oils, and with that it has to be added that it's only therapeutic grade essential oils that can be used like this, because your standard oil cannot be used like this. So the ones that you get at the pharmacy, don't use them this way. You can use them topically, so on your skin, so it gets absorbed into the bloodstream. You can use them diffused, which is in different ways to get it up in the air so you can breathe it in, or you can use it internally. Uh, Drink it with water or with any type of liquid or with a gel cap. And you can use it, for example, in your household, as household cleaners and stuff like that. If we start with topically, You can use it via different types of creams or raw, just from the bottle, or with a carrier oil to help you relax or to battle pain or to battle depression. Depends on which oil you're using. Um, there's only certain oils you can use raw because some of them are too potent to go on skin directly because they'll either burn or discolor your skin. If you're using therapeutic grade oils, always be careful with that and know your stuff before you start trying things out.
Correct.
Lavender is
Correct.
super safe. You can just put that on even on children. Babies, I would still dilute it. Can never be too safe, but it's very safe to use. Let me see, tea tree oil also you can use directly on the skin. I would dilute everything else. So that's topically. And internally, you can drink some with water. You can infuse your water with certain essential oils. The way to infuse your water is to put a couple of drops in your water bottle. It has to be glass, not plastic, because, like I said, oils are potent things. Now, it won't mix with the water, of course, because they are oils, but if you leave it in for a couple of days, you will infuse the water with all the good qualities that you want out of an oil. And that is a way to take it. And Young Living sells little gel caps, which you can put a little drop in that you can take like a pill, like a cap. Those can be used, for example, for fennel essential oil when you have a tummy ache or you have gas or something like that. You can just take it via gel cap, and or you can put it in a tea, different things like that. But again, you have to know which ones you can use internally before you ever do something like that, because God forbid you take the wrong one, then
Yeah,
you're much
exactly.
farther from home.
So tonight we're doing a little bit of a show and tell, and I'm grabbing all my stuff to show because I happen to be like big.
Good, because I only have one. My stuff hasn't arrived yet from Holland, so I don't have any diffusers to
Exactly.
show.
So I don't have a diffuser anymore. Let me set up here before I turn on my cam and switch it over to me. But the first thing I did buy was a diffuser, and I had the bad luck that I bought one with a glass cover, and it fell, and I had to get a replacement, and that took like 2 weeks again, and then I could use it. But I also used a air humidifier as a not as a real diffuser, but I used to throw a drop in there and just it would in
It
Holland
helps.
we
It
live there,
definitely helps.
especially with how dry the air gets when you're using air heater. The ones we have in Holland, they make the air very stale and dry and warm. So that kind of diffuser, or yeah, that kind of air purifier, I would say. I don't know what it's called. I remember I bought it for $3, but I loved
Oh
it.
wow.
Uh, yeah, you know me, I'm a thrift store shopper. So,
Now that's
um,
something I wanted to get into when we started talking about the different ways that you can use them, because diffusing can be done in different ways, and the one that you mentioned with the humidifier is one way, and of course there's different humidifiers too. But always be careful while using those because you're working with plastic, and depending on the essential oil, it can eat through the plastic. So you have
yep,
to be careful with that.
that's what I was gonna say next because
Oh,
when I moved back down, I went to look and I realized that there's a cylinder thing that makes the water move. I don't know. It was a very strange little device with a light and everything, but it was very cheap, so I didn't bother to worry that it was gonna break. But it had like the plastic had this strange kind of corroded buildup all around, and so I didn't bring it with me because I thought, well, it's straight for the trash, and it was a very simple device. But that was one of my first ones. Then I got my diffuser, which was kind of expensive. Unfortunately, when I came back down to Aruba, my son he snuck up in in the cupboard and he took it out and he he dunked it in his bathtub because it's a nice little orb and he's like it's a boat. It never recovered. So for that, that's why I don't have one right now. I'm busy purchasing one, but Maybe Livina can share a little bit of her experience with her diffuser. If you don't have it, you have one, right?
No, I just have your basic. I got it ready too for the show and tell. Your basic
Ah,
tea candle diffusing thing that my mom has in her house. That's the one that we've been using in the bedroom. But I do have a real
okay.
diffuser coming in my all my stuff from
Uh-huh.
Holland.
That's what I thought. She had a real diffuser.
Yeah, it was
Here's the
quite
thing.
pricey, but I was very happy with it.
Mhm. 1 second. Let me pop in and out a sec. I have to grab something. You can share a few more diffuser stories.
Okay, sure. Different ways of diffuser, and your diffuser works different ways. Some use heat, like your little candle diffusing thingy, to heat up the water and then evaporate the oil. You have the ones that don't heat up, don't use fire, but you plug it in, so it does get heated up, but there's no fire danger or something. And there are also ones that atomizes everything. Those are the ones that are pricey, and those are the ones that I love because there's a little plate in it that vibrates so quickly that it atomizes the water and the oil up into the air. So it's really like little particulates that go into the air, and it's easier to take in. And there's no heat element to it. There's no danger of burning. There is a plug, but if you hide it well enough, then your kids can't like mess with it.
Yep.
And it's safe. It's safe to use, and it's easy because you just some add water, some don't. Some you add water and a couple of drops, and there's also steam. But some you screw in your little bottle, or you fill the reservoir directly with oil, and it diffuses only the oil, which is actually a little bit more cost effective for your oils.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the awesome thing about the diffuser. So I'm gonna start showing and telling now. We just finished the part of telling. I'm gonna switch over to me. Um, so the first thing that Livina was talking about is internal use. When you take your essential oils with water, for example, this is my favorite weapon of mass destruction. It's just a regular glass jar. It should have a lid. I can't find my lid right now, so I'm just what I do is I just grab my favorite oil for in the water, which is lemon, and what I do is I just pop in and I take 1 drop, and that's it. And that's lemon water. I also like to do this with like water with fruits in it and just a bit of lemon and have a big jar. I haven't done that in some time because I don't have a big glass jar in the house, and I find that for me, I'm just paranoid about using plastic. The funny thing is, I'm not paranoid about using plastic when I use it for my sprayer bottle. I don't have a glass one. I haven't been able to find one. And how I use it is I take Epsom salt. This is not internal, and this is for cleaning. I take Epsom salt and I add the essential oils that I want to use to it, and I add it to the water, and then just shake it. And this is my sprayer bottle. See, it's got bubbles because it also has my thieves cleaner in it, like 2 caps, I think. So it smells like cinnamon, lemon, and a few other oils. And I also added tea tree last time. Let me see. Yeah. And so this is what I use to mop. I don't throw any of those good smelly thingies anymore in my water. I don't even throw water. My mop is always dry, and I just spray where I want to clean, and then I pass the mop or the cloth, and that's how it cleans. So my kids, when they want to copy me, that they're also cleaning, they grab this and they go. And I love that this is safe in the sense of it's got no chlorine and no ammonia and nothing that will hurt my children. So that's why I love this is a household cleaner because even though sometimes I go don't finish it because they think it's an air freshener, think it's a toy. Um, I still know that nothing's gonna hurt them from here. That they might spray around or get it in their eyes because it's like water with some goodies and they are helpful to clean, but they're not gonna hurt my children. The other way that I like to use my oils is in coconut oil, with a carrier oil just to massage, and I have these little dopplers where I take my coconut oil with it. So you see there's some residue from earlier when I massaged my forehead. And I also have a little bottle. It's full with little vegetable capsules. So these I use. I just take one out. If I need to take it internally, I drop the oils in it. And you might think this is a trick, but I just do like this. Ah, okay, not as quick as I thought. Yeah. So then we have one. These are vegetable capsules, so they just dissolve and they open so you can add whatever drops of whatever oils you're gonna need. And so I have like a little box with all my stuff. It used to be my sewing supply box, so you just drop the oils in there and then you close it and you take it. Usually it's 3 or 4 drops if I'm not mistaken. You should follow directions. I just usually try things that I've read and I've done research on. It's important that you do that. Um, that's the other way I use my oils. And the final way, I mean, that's besides inhaling, because you can also just grab the bottle and inhale it a couple of times. It'll also give you the benefits, even though not like the diffuser that stays for 30 minutes, but it still gives you a boost. Like my favorite is Joy, so I will be like sniffing that up. It makes my oils last longer because I don't always use them topically. And I also have this really nifty roller bottle with a roller fitment, which is something proprietary from Young Living. It comes with a bottle sometimes, and then what you do is you apply to the area and then you can massage your liver. So this is a vestige of deep relief. It's like a tiny little bit, but this bottle I'm gonna be able to use it for other oils very soon. Um,
I do want to add
yeah.
something to that, to the
Mhm.
sniffing. Um, you sh if you do that, be sure that you're only using it for yourself because you do have like your breath going on it and everything. But if you're using your oil, like I use my oils for making different things, that would be putting all my germs in other people's oils or other people's stuff. So only do that if it's like your own. So
Oh,
another, you can
I
also
know
use. I
one.
just got one of these like ceramic little thingies.
Mhm.
It's on you, so I can't show it right now. But I like wearing it because I just put a little drop of whatever I need at the moment, and it helps.
You can show it. I think you can lift it.
Oh, it's on me again.
Yeah. See, there you
Just a little
go.
ceramic bottle. You can get it via Young Living or Etsy sells like a lot of these things too. And it's just a little bit of cotton inside that you put a couple of drops on, and it helps throughout the day. I personally like having Stress Away or Peace and Calming in it. That's two blends that help with anxiety or stress or moments of panic. And to the point
Yeah.
that my kids often go like, "Mommy, can I smell your medicine?" And they're like, "Ah," and they run away.
It's awesome how the kids really warm up to to using essential oils. They really love it. They feel really how do you call it? Yeah, they love it. They just do. I'm not gonna say anything extra. But I'm gonna show one more way that I like to use my oils. This is my I have just a regular tea. It's not even open because I just got it at the grocery store like a few days ago. And oh boy, it's got this with little baggies. But when I make tea, I take the little bag of tea and I drop an oil on the sachet, a drop of oil on the sachet of an oil I want to use, and I pop this in the teapot. And so that also flavors my tea without having it swirl around and without using a lot for too much for a little cup of tea or for a little pot of tea. So this is what I like to use. The other trick is using a toothpick. You just swirl it and then you dip it and then you swirl it or drop. I don't know exactly. I have my technique, but now that Lavinia mentioned the whole introducing bacteria in it, I'm nervous about saying what you should do. But if
You
it's
can
the
say
oil,
what you,
you
you
just stick it
do
in
for
there.
yourself, of course. I mean, if you're
Yeah,
using oils for yourself or your personal use and for your personal, like, immediate family, because you're sharing germs anyway, um, that's fine. Just keep in mind that if you plan on using it internally or topically on somebody else, that might not be a very smart idea.
but I have a question for you. Now that I'm gonna ask you something that might or might not be kosher to ask, but aren't oils supposed to be like antiviral?
They are, but
I mean,
the
'cause
stuff
germs
around it
survive around.
are
Okay, yeah, but if it touches the oil, doesn't it get killed? I mean,
no,
theoretically.
no, no, no. That's a bit of a misconception. It's not that the oil kills it. It's antiviral, antibacterial in the sense of it makes them not go there. As in, like, if they're around there, they're like, okay, let's go take another street because there's oil over there. We don't like oil. But it doesn't mean that you put a drop on a bacteria and it's dead. It might work that way. Certain ones that are very potent might. But I personally don't know because I've never done that type of science. As
Okay.
in, like, you can, like, make a hand lotion, like antibacterial lotion and everything, and it does work. But there's a lot of bacteria out there, and I cannot say with 100% certainty that it'll work on everything because that
Yeah.
you can't say that about anything.
Oh yeah.
And what I mean that you have to be careful with introducing oil. Like, if you have some type of bacteria that's super resistant, like I'll go a little bit medical on you right now, like a MRSA stuff, and you're busy with your oil and everything, you can't contaminate it. That's like a super resilient Beia, as I call it, little
Hmm.
little animal. But anyway, sorry, that's like a nurse joke. Sorry.
No, but
But
I mean, I think it's important to
you,
consider, because a lot of people get into essential oils and then they say, "Oh, let me massage you." And you don't know that earlier today they were in the toilet and they were wiping their baby and they had dirty hands and you know, I get paranoid about that stuff and there's vestiges of feces in their hands and they want to come touch your skin. I'm paranoid about that stuff. I grew up, let me put it this way. My grandfather and my aunt are doctors, and my aunt is a microbiome analyst. So when I was a kid, I would run around in the halls of the doctor's office, and I would hear all the horror stories of all the horrible bacteria that people have on their hands. And my aunt, who was a microbiome analyst, she said, "You have no idea how many surfaces when we test them, they have feces. They have traces of feces.
yeah,
People."
I understand that, but coming from a whole different part of the medical community, there's feces everywhere. You can't be scared of it because it's literally everywhere. You cannot outrun it. And it's healthy that it's everywhere. It's what gives us all the healthy bacteria in our bodies. Like they say, dirty children make very healthy adults. You have to get in contact with certain to, like, build your immune system, but that's not really the point with what we were talking about, because what
I
I
know.
meant with that is when you're using it for yourself in certain ways, be careful while using it on others because you don't know what you're passing along. I mean, you
Yeah.
could be completely healthy and pass along nothing, but you can also carry something that you don't know, and you want to be careful with that.
No, no, exactly. I think it's important to follow conscientious hygiene standards. And essential oils definitely help us to protect or repel certain bacteria. And and help us to, have more peace of mind is what I would say. Well, see, I'm paranoid about it. It's something I grew up with, but yet make no mistake, my kids play in dirt. I am not going like my mom goes, "Oh my God, what?" I'm like, they have to play in dirt. See, I think I was overprotected because I'm like sneezing and sniffling from just a little bit of rain change. The weather changes and I'm like, so I have to take better care. It's just I have different immune system thanks to the whole don't go playing outside, don't touch people, don't touch bacteria, eat all this. Anyways, that's a whole other conversation. I'm also against vaccination, but I put it out there right away. I'm not against it. I practice balanced opinion about everything. I just like pros and cons and just make your own mind up. But did we have anything else to add? Because I think that was it for today. I could do inhale, you could take topical, you take internally, and all the different ways you can take it aromatically in the sense of you have the little personal diffuser like Lavinia has. You have the actual diffuser, you have the water. There's a bunch of different types of atomizers and burners and all that stuff. The one that's going to be easiest for you to get is an atomizer, a small one. Diffuser, Young Living comes with that, so you could also purchase if you purchase a premium package, you can also get right away a diffuser. It's awesome. Now I have to buy a new one, so next month or the end of this month I'm getting a new one finally. Diego loves the diffuser, so there's I'm gonna categorize the different ways of using essential oils by husband approved status. My husband loves to use essential oils in the diffuser. That's his favorite way. Second is topical, like putting it on your skin or a massage. That he hates it in his drink and his food. He goes like,
Oh, food. That we did not handle that. The
"What
different ways that you can use
internally?"
therapeutic grade essential oils internally is via your food to like spice them up.
Okay, well then we're not done. I thought we went over it because I talked about the water, but I mean I only do it in my water. You said in food, like
Yeah, in
okay, so
food.
enlighten me.
Okay, well, a while back, my husband was cooking. He's Filipino, and he was cooking something that needs a lot of ginger. And he's like, "Okay, pass me the ginger." We don't have any more gingers. Okay, too late to go to the grocery store. What are we gonna do? Just eat this without ginger? Like, no, no, no. I have some oils. Let's try it out. You can use it like that. Let's see. So we tried it out. Put like the ginger oil on the food, and it tasted so good. And afterwards, Albert was like, "Oh, this is fantastic because not only does it taste good, but you didn't have to worry about like little bits of burnt ginger because it's very hard to saute ginger without burning it. And often, like when we eat, like you're like spitting out little bits of burnt ginger. This time, no problem. So and different things like oregano or basil, you can just sprinkle it a little bit in your olive oil, and you already have like a seasoned oil that you can
Yeah,
use like for your
that's
food.
true.
And because they're so potent, you really only need like a little drop or two to like season a whole
I'm gonna
bottle.
say don't add it to your food, add it to your oils, because I used to my misadventures when I started using oils. I had basil and oregano, and I thought let me add it to my slow cooker and throw it on top of my meat, and I thought one drop, it's a huge pot. We were like, what is this? It's like the leaves of the oregano and the basil were coming out of my nose. So I learned the hard way that they're extremely potent, especially the Young Living brand because they're high concentration. They're
Yeah,
pure. So you can't just take one drop or five.
I
That's
had
what
that
I did.
with the
And
peppermint.
then the food.
I was all like, "Oh, I'm gonna make my husband some peppermint coffee. He loves peppermint." And so I surprised him. I put like a drop of peppermint in there. I'm like, here, honey, drink your coffee. And he's like, oh, it smells like peppermint. Like, oh, my mouth is burning though. Like, it is really burning. Lavinia, what did you give me? I'm like, well, you can put season your stuff with it. But I did not know that, it's so potent.
It's very present.
One
Yeah.
drop for like just a coffee, way too much. Way too much. For a whole pot of coffee, maybe, but for that cup, it was not. That was way too much.
I read in the guides, the Young Living, yeah, I have different articles I've read, books and so forth, is that the equivalent of one drop of peppermint is one drop is has a potency of 28 cups of tea. Like, if you take the tea, the conventional tea, that's how strong it is. So then theoretically you can make 28 cups with one whole drop. So that's why when I started, I had this stick, would swirl it and I would throw it in the teapot and then I would reuse it because it will still have the potency. And if you use a stick, I remember Diego at first he was like, "Why is there a toothpick in the teapot?" And I was like, "There's peppermint on it. There's tangerine on it. It's my tea." But I have to admit that ever since we moved to Aruba, we make less tea. Actually, I'm actually making lemongrass all the time, so it's always lemongrass tea. So I haven't played around with the tangerine, and I have different citrusy. So now that we talk about it, I want to try it out. Also, talking about using it with food, I saw on the Young Living website actually a recipe today, a cheese bomb was it called, and it was really weird looking. It's like for Christmas, I guess, with some of the spices in essential oil format with the cheese, and then you can dip the cookie in it and get like a spread. So there's a lot of recipes out there with in which you use the essential oils instead of the herbs, and then you use just a little bit. You can use it for cookies, you can use it for puddings, you can use it for a lot of things for drinks. I am actually right now editing one of the recipe books from one of my Young Living upline. So I'm gonna go in and make it FDA compliant, and it has some really fantastic recipes that um, are really yummy. Even though I didn't memorize them, when I work, I'm focusing on on the work. But so yeah, I totally forgot about it. You could do that. But I like that tip that you mentioned, Lavinia said. Okay, so if you have oregano oil and you have basil, you can make your own, and rosemary. I have rosemary. You can make your own spiced oils.
Seasoned oils.
Yeah, seasoned. Exactly the word. Seasoned cooking oils. That's an idea. It's a perfect right now. If you're thinking about, giving gifts to people, that's a perfect kind of gift. With a nice little pretty bottle and you put a bow on it, and it's like homemade seasoned oils. I think that's a really cool idea. That's a
Yeah.
blog post
Put
idea
a
for you,
sprig in
Lavina.
there, just so it looks nice.
Yeah, put a little put a what?
Put a sprig in it, so it'll look nice. Like a little sprig of rosemary and the oil.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And a nice cute label with a ribbon and you say thank you. Oh, that's a wonderful thank you present. I think, see, the idea is how using essential oils is not just using it for you, but how do you delight other people with it? I think that's really awesome. I think that's something that we saw yesterday, how we delighted someone else. I mean, I didn't do anything except bring my oils to the brewing pot. But Lavinia made the salt. I thought that was awesome. You probably wouldn't catch me making salts, but I would like to, go somewhere and let Lavinia guide me through making some specific ones for myself, and then, make and take. That would be fun to do. Like have a few bottles and things ready, because I could not get over how good it felt, that salve on my back, my neck actually here. It was really awesome. So now I'm giving raving reviews. But if you need salves and you're in Aruba or you're visiting Aruba, you should totally
There
hook
you
up with
go.
Lavinia. Yeah, you're coming to Aruba. You need a salt so you keep your skin, protected. The carrot seed does that. So you know, when Lavinia has keratin, she can have like a little bit of a natural UV protection kind of feel. You know, protect your skin in the sun. Next week we're gonna show we're gonna talk about something else. I didn't decide yet, and me and Lavinia are gonna brainstorm again. We have topics written somewhere in my notebook. There. But this was really fun. Lavinia, thank you.
Welcome.
Give me a second. Thank you for being here. I keep forgetting to switch the camera. I'll get better at this as we go.
I wasn't in frame and I've been like sitting still and smiling the whole time for nothing.
You've been sitting still. No, it was on you.
Oh,
Now
it
it's
was on me.
again on you. Yeah, yeah. You're perfect, but I forgot I was talking, so I'm switching it back. To me. Now I'm the one.
Oh crap, I shouldn't have picked my nose.
Wait, what? You picked your nose?
No, I didn't. But I have like, I have nervous tics. So when I know the camera is on me, I try to be like completely still and like not roll my eyes, not constantly be doing this. So when I thought the camera was on you, I'm like, okay, let it roll. So I wasn't paying attention.
It's okay. But so, we look forward to sharing with you the next video, and you'll find out what it's about when you see it. It will be next week. So have a lovely night. Bye.
Bye.
I'll show Lavinia so she can say bye with her lovely red lips.
Bye.